today's video, I am going to be breaking down 5 basketball plays that every youth basketball coach needs to have in their playbook, or at least in their arsenal to write up after a timeout. So let's get down and let's check out these amazing basketball plays. Really quickly, if you want a fantastic, unbeatable zone defense, make sure to go check out my Unbeatable Basketball Zone Defense book that is down in the description below. And if you like the idea of me writing on top of this clipboard, the app is down there as well for 10% off. It's called the Playbook. Okay, so first off, what we're going to start with is a 3-out, 2-in basketball play, and we're going to be setting some back screens. So we're going to be setting a back screen on player 3 and a back screen on player 2. When this happens, these players are going to be cutting backdoor. This is a fantastic play. We actually see this at the NBA level. DeMar DeRozan actually had quite a few lob dunks right there on that side. However, we might not be dunking yet. If we are, of course, send up the lobs, but generally speaking, these players are just going to be getting these passes over the top, and they're going to be finishing right at the rim. If these players, let's say, are not open to get those passes to them, what I like to do is to have player 5 and player 4 pop out to the 3-point line. That's going to clear out that key, and then we're going to decide in practice or maybe in a timeout which side we want these guys to set that screen on. So for example, player 3 will set that screen for player 2. Player 5 will set that screen on player 1, and now when we're setting those screens, the idea here is to be able to get player 2 that pass, especially if his man gets caught, for that easy open 3-point shot. If this doesn't work, you can clear out, you can set up the 5-out offense. I always like to end with the 5-out offense because it's just the easiest to be able to run. Especially if you are, let's say, running a shot clock like we do at the high school level here in Canada. We have a 24-second shot clock. So after you run a set play with a secondary option, you may only have maybe 6 or 7 seconds left. And if that's the case, basically you just have a quick pass and cut or pass and screen offense so that you can run something quickly through so that you can get at least a shot off. Now, if you did want the 5-out offense, or if you want the complete guide to the 5-out offense, check out the link that is down in the description below. Now, this next one is really great because you can use the high post as a double screen or as a staggered screen. We're going to have player 2 clear out. Player 3 is going to use 4 and 5 as a staggered screen. Once this happens and player 2 clears out, if player 3's man gets caught on a screen, this is going to be an easy open 3, or he could drive after receiving that pass. If, for example, his man gets through, but let's say he received the pass, player 4 is going to clear out, player 1 is going to clear out, and now I want to run the screen on the opposite side. Either the opposite side or on the back, depending on how player 3 is getting play, or how player 3, red, is defending player 3, blue. After they set that screen, I want player 3 either attacking the basket, pulling for a 3-point shot, depending on how the defense is playing him, or if he is attacking the basket, let's say they switched, I want player 5 rolling to the high post. This can be an easy pass to player 5 who can then finish. Or if he gets help, he can kick the ball out. There's so many options. If he sets that screen just as an example, and let's say there's no options after he rolls, because he rolled to the basket, what I want to see happen is, let's just say they didn't switch. Player 1 will then fill because player 5 rolled. 4 fills up. 2 fills up, 5 clears out, and then that way we are going to be back in a 5-out offense, and we can do something quick like a pass and screen, and then we can go and attack that side once more. Now, if your kids or your players play 2K, they may see this as a play that they've ran in the video game. It's called Floppy. It's a fantastic play, especially if you have 3-point shooters. We're going to have player 1 pass over to player 4. We're going to have player 1 cut to the basket. After he cuts to the basket, we're going to also have player 5 and 2 set up an elevator screen. Player 3 is then going to use that screen. Player 4 is going to dribble up top. Player 3 is going to use that screen. He's going to be popping up. Hopefully his man gets caught on that elevator screen. He's going to get that 3-point shot option. The other option is now player 1 is going to be screening for player 2. Player 2 is going to use that screen, and now he may be open for the 3 as a secondary option. If none of this is open, we're going to have player 5 clear out, player 1 clear out. We're now back into our 5 out, and we can do something like a pass and cut or a drive kick swing or pass and screen, whatever you may run, but at least we're back in our 5 out quite easily. Now you may be saying, well, what about a zone defense? What can we do? Well, this is a very simple play that you can run in a zone. Obviously, these guys are going to be closing up top. These guys are going to be playing a bit higher. We're going to have player 4 and 5 go to the high posts. What I would like is while they're cutting to the high post, I want the pass over to this side. And then if we can get that entry pass into player 5, that can lift up his middle man. Player 4 cuts high to low post pass. If we can't get that ball into the high post after we make that pass, I want player 4 to go low post. That's going to draw player 4 red towards him. They're going to be really covering that high and low post. I want player 1 to cut to the basket and then out. The reason why I don't want him to cut across is because now that allows player 4 to see him. If he can cut to the basket and then out, he will have a higher chance of being open for that 3-point shot. If he gets that pass, we can pass then or look to pass to player 4. Player 5 cuts. We can get a quick pass to 5 for the layup. If we pass to player 5, that could drop the middle guy, high to low post pass. There's options. Another great option is by trying to get player 5 to post up in the middle of the key or middle of the free throw line. If we can get that entry pass into player 5 and we have player 2 playing wide out here, what will happen is now this is going to collapse player 1. We can have player 1 blue cut to the basket. At the same time, I want player 4 cutting baseline. Player 5 is going to have a decision and player 4 is going to have a decision. If 5 covers the cut and 4 covers the baseline cutter, we have an open 3. If player 4 doesn't see 4 blue cut and he covers more higher so that player 2 can't get that pass, we now have player 4 wide open. If player 5 covers down, player 3 covers in, we do a skip pass out to player 3, and this will be a 3-point shot. If player 3 doesn't cover, player 5 covers low, and nobody covers player 1, then this is going to be an easy layup for player 1. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. I hope that you go check out those links down below for the complete guide to the 5-out offense, but also the unbeatable basketball zone defense that is down there as well. And of course, if you want a clipboard like this on your iPad, make sure to go check out the link for the playbook down below. You get 10% off. I'll see you guys again in my next video.